We have covered several stories of police officers all across the nation shooting what's reported as unarmed men.
Police constantly find themselves in volatile situations, encountering suspects carrying no weapons at all. 2 Works For You reporter Darcy Jackson takes a look at how officers protect themselves when people become violent.
We do want to warn you that some of these images are graphic.
A seemingly harmless call to investigate loud music coming from a car. Officer Sean Hyman ran a routine search on the driver. Up pops a felony warrant. But before the officer can close the cuffs, the unarmed suspect, Lance Carr, slams Hyman to the ground and violently beats him with his bare hands. A witness hears Hyman's desperate screams for help.
Help! 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 Hey, party on line scene, there's an officer there being assaulted.
520, we're on road.
By the time backup arrives, Hyman is unable to walk. He survived the attack almost exactly a year ago. Carr was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Attacks like the one in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota don't happen often, which makes it difficult for officers to prepare.
Sometimes it's difficult to know how dangerous the person might be that you're arresting. This officer is not able to.
Tulsa Police Sergeant Virgil Litteral's job is to make sure every Tulsa officer is ready. And while many tactics are top secret.
All right, here we go. Ready, we're hot.
We got a front row seat to how they train.
We don't want our officers going in the field and the first time they've ever experienced something like this is out in the field.
Where a surprise attack can be deadly.
Ceasefire, ceasefire, ceasefire. The type of training necessary to prepare for this event, we can have officers getting injured just doing it. Just training in a controlled environment, it just shows how dangerous it can be for them in the street.
Whether it's training or luck, the Tulsa Police Department reports no officers seriously assaulted in recent years. But since 2006, the FBI reports around 447,000 assaults on officers across the country with no weapon involved. Unarmed suspects are responsible for nearly a third of all injuries to officers in America.
Sir, I need you to stay right there.
I'm not going to stay there.
And it's not just police at risk of physical weapons. The FBI also shows between 650 and 800 Americans are killed each year in attacks. That's what keeps Rachel Miller Lansdowne in business.
To not have these skills could cause you to be a victim.
The former Tulsa County detention officer now spends her time teaching others like me how to fight off attackers.
It's real interesting. You learn very much about situational awareness. It's not every situation do you come across someone that has a knife or has a gun against our will.
At Cobra Self-Defense,
come with me.
Training for civilians is similar to what Sergeant Litteral teaches police officers.
It's a very dangerous, precarious vocation that these men and women have felt called to do.
And while it's less likely someone like you or I will face a struggle like this,
there's always going to be somebody bigger and stronger and more capable. So if they end up in this type of encounter, they're going to be able to stay safe and go home.
For 2 Works For You, I'm Darcy Jackson.